it's your prerogative to do that, but at the same time, sometimes the grass isn't always greener, it's just greener where you grow it. Welcome back, and we'll get into the second question.
Let's do it.
Do you believe in relationships cocooning?
Cocooning.
Wow.
Relationship cocooning occurs when someone gets into a romantic bond and through the strength of that connection is able to grow and evolve in ways that they could not have on their own. However, a point is reached where that person realizes that in order to get to their next phase of growth, they gotta leave the cocoon, aka the relationship.
It depends on how you think. Like you said, you just explain both options. I mean, to me, neither one is wrong.
Yeah.
I just feel like a person who is a B to begin with, I feel like they have to do some critical thinking on the kind of partner that they have. Because if you feel like you brought your partner all the way up to your level, and you know what I'm saying, do you really think that you can see them as further? Because I mean, if you feel like you have to constantly like push them and I mean, that's what people do in relationships. You want somebody that's gonna push you. You want somebody, but if you don't feel like they're doing the same thing for you or push you to be your best self, well then it might be time to do some self-reflection. I'm not saying like break up with them, but it's just like you need to sort out what your options are based on that. So you could be like, hey, we can work on this, or I mean, just up and leave somebody. But I feel like as far as the emotional content of the relationship, it's like I feel like it's kind of wasted. You just up and leave somebody after you know what I'm saying, you just brought them all the way up.
I mean, I feel the same way as you. I mean, what's the whole point of being with that person if you can't actually build each other up?
Yeah.
It kind of ties into the whole Tia situation, how she actually got a divorce with her husband, and now she's still dating out there as her ex-husband is actually with somebody right now, living his life. So, yeah, I mean, if you're just in it just to gain something, then what's the whole point of being in that relationship to begin with?
Right, and I mean, because a person, like people who are users, they're gonna use until like there's nothing left. I'm not saying that's how their relationship is set up, but it's like you have to ask yourself before even coming into it, if you're a Forbes woman dating a Popeyes man, you know what I'm saying, you have to do some self-reflection. Am I going to be able to respect him and see him as a valuable man and as a valuable partner to me in the way that I need? Or, you know what I'm saying, is he just not on my level? I mean, either way is justifiable depending on who you are and what your preferences are. It just depends on like how important that is to you. Like you have to ask yourself that question, because you can't build somebody up and then, I mean, you can, it's just like, well, why build them up if you're just gonna leave them because they're not what you want? I feel like that's kind of what happened with her. She, they had their marriage, perception is reality. So I don't know them personally, I don't know their marriage at all. I'm just saying that like, maybe she got bored, or maybe like they hit a stale point in the marriage. And so she felt like she could maybe marry up or marry like, you know, someone who was on her level. But it's like, I think longevity plays a part. And comparison is a thief of joy, like we just said. So it's like you comparing your marriage to other people or other men who might be, you know what I'm saying, more attractive to you. Yeah, I mean, it's your prerogative to do that, but at the same time, sometimes like it's just good to, sometimes the grass isn't always greener, it's just greener where you grow it.
So with that being said, have you heard about the Tyrese situation with his ex-wife?
Oh yeah. She tried to like sue him and take all his money and then say that like she regrets ever leaving.
So how do you feel about that then?
I feel like,
because like he's with another girl right now, and then she's still like contacting him while doing that whole divorce. Suing him and all that good stuff.
Yeah. I would say, I feel like she just needs to be more clear on what she wanted. I feel like she shouldn't have been so rash. Because at the one time, like at one point, yeah, you did love and care about him. But if it was something that could have been changed in the relationship, you could have communicated that. But instead, you divorced him, tried to get all this money out of him, and you hate to see him moving on. And to be honest, like Tyrese is Tyrese. His wife is, no one really knows his wife like that. So you thought you could do all this and it would work for you, but it didn't. And so now you're pretty much like missing the marriage that you had, and might be, you know, I'm not sure, but could be jealous of the wife he does now have. But it's like, you know, like you tried you let the outside world or outside perspective affect your marriage. Instead of talking about the issues, you just chose to like OD. I don't know. I don't know their whole situation.
Yeah.
But it seems kind of inconsistent to me to sue somebody, take them to court, make all these conscious decisions, and then be like, "Oh, I wish I had my marriage back." Because then she has to ask herself, does she really wish she had her marriage with Tyrese back, or does she really just miss being married? There is a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference.
Because sometimes, like, people will be like, "Oh, I miss my ex." Do you really miss your ex, or do you miss being with somebody?
I mean, altogether, love is supposed to be for love, but in reality, it's not always the case.
Yeah.
We likely use one another, and sometimes the motive is not genuine.
Yeah.
So it's better just to come into the table and tell each other your intentions and go from there. I mean, if you both agree upon what's being brought to the table, go for it, each his own. If not, then move on.
Right.
Find somebody else that can actually appreciate you and go from there.
Right, like go where you want it at the same time, you just have to be real with yourself about like what preferences you have. Because being like, oh, I love for love, I'm so a lovey-dovey, but you lovey-dovey with a man who, you know what I'm saying, can't really provide for you materially. And a lot of women be like, oh, that's the money doesn't matter. But then when you date somebody broke, now the money doesn't matter. Yeah. So it's like, you have to be real with yourself about what it is you want from your partner. Or like, if these things weren't around, could you still care about him? Like, he wasn't as valuable as you, would you still be with him? So I feel like everybody should just have that time to self-reflect and set that intention and set that goal before they even go out and find somebody.
Yeah, and just remember, don't get caught up.
Yeah. Thanks for watching this episode of Caught Up.
Make sure you come in next week.
All right, peace out.
Peace.
If you enjoyed this episode of Caught Up, you can check out more down below and some of the other videos on the channel. Also, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification so you can always watch Caught Up and just more like content. Hope you guys enjoy it. Have a great day.